Today we're testing out the Yamaha MT-09, a model year 2023. We don't have the 24 yet. Apparently there are some changes to the fairing, to the front, to the display. I don't know about electronics, and well, it will have Bluetooth connection, but I don't know if they changed the engine or something. But this is what I know. And you can also read on this on the website. But here we have the 2023 model. We have a 3-cylinder with 890 cc. We have around about, in the full version, about 120 horsepower. This is the reduced version here for 48 horsepower or for A2 riders. And I would say I will show you the controls and the display now. So on the left hand side of the handlebar we have the clutch lever, which is a slipper clutch. Actually, it is not hard, not soft in the middle, so easy to operate, no problem with that. We have the passing light switch here for your index finger. We have the high beam, low beam switch. We have the buttons here for the mode, which you can switch around, but apparently for the 48 horsepower, we only have one standard riding mode. Only in the full version, we have 2 or 3 riding modes. We have a turn signal switch here, and we have the horn switch right here. We also have a hazard light switch underneath here. On the right hand side, we have the throttle, we have the brake lever for the front disc brakes, we have the emergency cutoff switch and starter switch here, and we have a little wheel push turn wheel for the menu. This is a 3.5-inch TFT display. All the irrelevant information, we can change settings or information that we want to show in the display. So it's pretty versatile. On the sides of it, left and right, we see all the indicator lights. In the middle, we have the TFT display. On top, we have the RPM band, which is quite nice actually while riding. You will see it when I ride. It looks pretty nice. And in the middle, we have the speedometer. Next to it, we have GS. This is for quick shifter. It comes as a standard with quick shifter, and the little arrows show you if you can shift up or down. We also have a gear indicator on the right. Currently it shows N for neutral. Underneath we have TCS mode. Apparently we have 3 modes, 1, 2, 3. We have a driving mode switch here. We have a multi-function display field here. At the moment we show the coolant temperature, we show the fuel indication, and underneath on the left hand side we see a clock and a little cog wheel with which you can get into the menu. So if you want to get into the menu, you have to press the little wheel here. If I go down now, it is highlighted. I press the wheel and we're in the menu. We can change different settings here: display settings, menu, TCS settings, vehicle settings, shift indicator, maintenance, units, brightness, clock, and all reset. That's all there's to it. Apparently there's no Bluetooth connection. This will be available for in the next model year, 2024, has all these kind of Bluetooth connections for you. You can change around the data here, these different fields as usual for Yamaha. These two fields, C, temp and fuel. You can change to others like constant fuel consumption. You can change all that and display that instead if you think this is more important for you. This is the Yamaha MT-09 model year 2023, and we'll take it out for a little spin. Let's go. So we're on the bike. We have a seat height of, as I remember correctly, 825. It is okay still for me. I am 175 and I can, put half of my feet basically on the ground, so it's not a big problem. Apparently the seat is fairly small in the front, so that's good. Let's turn it on here. And we have no fancy hello and welcome stuff, just, you know, we have the display, 3.5 TFT display, and that's what you get here. It is very clear, sharp, crisp. You can read everything. That is no problem. So let's start it up. The clutch comes, almost half of the way of the travel. The clutch comes in, but then pretty fast. So you have to be careful when you operate the clutch. So, since we have a quick shifter and I always have to get used to using a quick shifter, we can actually shift with a quick shifter without the clutch. I will try to do this here now from now on. First things first, since I'm a scooter tester, I will tell you about the seat. It is actually fairly comfortable compared to some harder Honda seats. Fairly comfortable, and so I would compare it actually with the Z900, which I just tested. Pretty nice, comfy seat, even for my bony ass. Also, the mirrors are pretty wide enough apart, so you can see everything what is happening behind you. No problem with that. The display, as I said, even, you know, we get some sun here now, is pretty nice to read, easy to read. Also in the sun, maybe some little reflections and stuff, but I guess you cannot really get rid of these. It really feels like a very, very sporty bike. Just use the quick shifter here now. Very quick and short, snappy engagement of the clutch, of the gear when you use the quick shifter. Very, very snappy and quick. But the Z900, which I tested with the full power just 1 or 2 weeks ago, also was equipped with a quick shifter, and that basically felt the same. So I cannot say this is better or the other one is better. They're both very nice. In the 48 horsepower version, we only have one riding mode, as I was told. In the full version, we have 2 or 3 riding modes. but we can still switch around. ABS apparently, I'm not sure, ABS, and also traction control. We have different levels of traction control and wheelie control, and some other control. We're totally controlled here. Yeah, everything is basically adjustable. Yeah, all in all, it is a very sporty bike, a very sporty, super naked, or whatever you call it. And I'm a little bit, for me it's a little bit too much already, although this is 48 horsepower, but for me, as I keep saying, 48 horsepower is actually enough. And you know, I wouldn't have to get the full version or the 95 horsepower version. For me, this would already be enough, but I just want to test ride most of the bikes, so I get an impression and a feeling, you know, what else is on the market. It doesn't mean that I super like it or that I would like to buy it, but this definitely is very nice and I can highly recommend it. Not that I would buy it for myself, because I would like to buy more practical things like scooters where you can put some stuff, but it is definitely a little powerhouse here as well, you know. If you have seen my review of the Kawasaki Z900, which has almost 1 liter of displacement, 948 and 4 cylinders. This one has 3 cylinders and 890 cc, I believe. They're a little bit different, of course, when it comes to the technical specs, but all in all, I would put them and place them in the same bracket, in the same sales bracket, I would say. Of course, 3 and 4 cylinders, still a little bit difference there, but you know, when it comes to power, not so much. And I think personally, this one here, even the 48 horsepower version, has more power from down below. Yeah, with the Z900, I guess you need a lot more revolutions to keep it going. But I like both, actually. I'm not really sure which one I would get, but when you compare the prices, they're also fairly similar. Okay, maybe this is about 1,000 euro more expensive, but of course you get a full electronics package here, which you don't really get for the Z900, at least not in the model year 2024, which I tested. And this one 23, 24 will be different, as I told you before. Yeah, there will be some slight differences, and also the design, of course, comes in and might make a difference for some buyers. Anyways, let's make it a really quick and short test ride here today, going down the mountain. Not much going on. I've tested it and I approve of that it's a very good, big, super naked bike, or hyper naked, or whatever you want to call it. And I also like the quick shifter, but as I said, in the version which I had with the Z900, they also had included the quick shifter for just a small amount of money. At the moment, apparently, quick shifters are very much on the rise. Also at Honda, they add the quick shifter either for free for the Hornet, or even for a little money, like 50 euro more. So they really want to force selling the quick shifters now, I believe. I can basically conclude my approval. The approval of the MT-09 2023 model year here. Very nice, 2 thumbs up. I don't have more, sorry. I like it very much. I would buy it and put it in my garage just for the hell of it if I had too much money. This is my conclusion, my test ride. Thanks very much for watching. This has been Ride Out. Take care. Bye-bye.